Okay, are we live? Hello there. A lot of noise, huh? The noise is just like an annoying noise. Anyways, people, anybody home? Say hi to us. God is good all the time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it might be in your location. Another very sudden live stream. To get around, feel free to call us or whatever it is. Nice. Okay, let me finish what I'm doing here. Clicking some buttons. Okay. All right. How everybody is feeling today? Good. How is your team? What team you support? Let us know. If you don't support any team, you can come support Chelsea because that is the best team in the world, by the way. So we're clicking some button here trying to fix everything. I've now okay. Good. I'm done. I'm pretty much done. Also, you can vote on the poll that I put there to ask you who's going to win the Club World Cup. The Club World Cup is going to start like in 2 weeks from now. So get ready because we're going to be live from Atlanta, Georgia. So, yeah. There you have it. So I think I pretty much settled everything here. 1, 2... Yeah, there's a lot of button to click here, people, but it's all good, it looks like. Now let's go and start checking on headlines. Headlines from the beautiful people on social media. We're gonna listen from people who actually got sources, not people who just make up stories. And the big one was Maignan, huh? Maignan, that brother is going to sign for Chelsea, and it's scary. This is absolutely Maresca ball, you know. The guy knows how to dribble. The guy knows how to pass from the back. The guy takes a lot of risks, which is a little bit scary, you know, especially in the Premier League where you have better players. They can close you down, but it's high risk, high reward. So this brother is the Maresca tiki-taki football. You want somebody really to implement your football? Maignan. Maignan is your guy. The only issue is he got a lot of injuries for a goalkeeper. I'm not saying that he's like Fofana or other injury prone, but for a goalkeeper to have so many injuries is kind of scary. But in the last couple of seasons, he got better because he started being out like for 129 days out, shoulder injury. You know, I don't know, muscle injury, and he's going to be out like for 45 days. Stuff like that. You know, ankle injury, finger injury is it's normal because you're a goalkeeper and somebody is going to step on you and you're going to break your finger, but still a little bit high compared to other goalkeepers. But man, when you have an opportunity like this on the market, you don't miss it. 1 year contract left at AC Milan, right? And that is going to be cheap for Chelsea to pay. Cheap for 1 year contract. AC Milan are not in the Champions League next season. Not in the Champions League, so that is a very good advantage for Chelsea to take because he's going to play the Champions League. So in the player side, you have no issue. You can offer more than what Milan are offering, which is like 5 million or 4 million. You can give him 6 million and he will be fine. There are many players who are on that wage at Chelsea Football Club and not even playing. So I think it's aligned. All the stars aligned for this deal to happen. This is exactly the goalkeeper that he's more balanced, you know. If you want somebody who distribute the ball in the level of Alisson, Ederson, because those are like the reference in the world of football, right? The way they can pinpoint the passes just like nobody's business. But this guy, I tell you what, he's in the same level, the same category. And on top of that, very good shot stopper because it's not only about passing the ball from the back, but also about stopping shot. Because basically, you are a goalkeeper. Not no. Yeah, I'm gonna take you because you might be at work. So yeah, he just left. So Mr. Donald Trump, if you wanna call back, you can. You know, you are intimidated and disappeared, but it is what it is. I wanted to take you, but you just disconnected. So it's not my fault. Anyways, my people. So this guy, Maignan, is the guy. Like I said, the only little issue that I can have is his injury record. But last season, he only had like 2 injuries, which one of them took him out for like 2 days. Let me double check. No, 2 days, 11 days or something like that. Let me double check so I don't talk nonsense here. So you have the injury list here from him. From long time ago, 2022, 2023, stuff like that. That he was like out for really long time. But right now, my friends, I think that brother is getting fitter and understands his body better. And I think it's a good deal. I think it's a very good deal. So imagine what Chelsea could be next season, man. I'm reading here from a bigger screen because the one I'm watching here is too small. So I open up in another screen to tell you what. So last season, he got a head injury. He was out for 8 days. Head injury for a goalkeeper is kind of normal because people want to punch you, people want to intimidate you, and you know, you're going to get injured. So that is normal. And also, he was out for 3 days for another injury unknown. They put here on the injury record that he was out injured, but they don't know the name, or they can't understand what was that. And last season he was out 14 days for a finger injury. That is normal. Somebody stepped on him. Abductor injury for 21 days. Muscle fatigue for 3 days. Knee bruise. He was out for 3 days. Thigh problem. He was out for 11 days. But the season before that, 2022-2023, is where he had a big injury, a calf muscle tear, and he was out for 129 days. And then the same season before even that big calf injury, he had another calf injury for 28 days. And the season previous to that one, it was 2021-2022, he had a wrist injury, took him out for 45 days. And then for the season 2015-2016, he had a shoulder injury that took him out for more than 100 days. You know? So it's kind of scary, but as you can tell, it's just going from up to down, 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 until last season he was out for only like 10 days or 11 days, you know? So it's getting better. He's 29 years old, and people say, oh, he's too old, but for a goalkeeper, 29 is like your prime. You reach your level, your peak at 20, 28, 29, 30 until like 34. Like goalkeepers are different, you know. Until the age of 24, you are in top level. You're not gonna run, you know. Your engine still got a lot of mileage, you know. So you just like you get more mature, you get more experience, and you reach your peak. So he's on his peak right now, good age. And Chelsea got a group of babies that need a leader like Maignan to help, you know, a leader like him in the dressing room, French connection with all the French guys that we have in the team. I think it's aligned. This is match made in heaven with Maresca ball. Bro, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be something. I don't know why bugs just come from outside, from nowhere, to chase me when I'm streaming. Anyways, people, get in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think about Maignan guy. Let me read some comment here. A lot of comment. Let's see. Oh, this chat thing is making me mad, really. CFC Gamer. The guy played 37 games this season. 37 games out of how many games? Because Milan were in the Champions League, right? They got eliminated or something? Yeah, 37 games. All right. Maresca knows that we need a top goalkeeper. He is not a fool. He is just trying to protect Sanchez, but in his head, he knows Sanchez ain't good enough. Yeah, I hope so, because the way he praises Jackson, and after the game, after the final, he came out to praise Sanchez, and we won this cup because of Sanchez. We finished top 4 because of Sanchez. It was kind of preparing us to accept Sanchez, because for some reason he don't rate Petrovic, who is one of the best in the world right now. Petrovic, by the way, is still there, but if I have to choose one, I will go for Maignan, because I know these guys since a very, very long time ago, since PSG academy days. You know, I'm French. I watch PSG. He was in the academy. He played few senior teams games, and then he was shipped to Lille. Lille wanted him on permanent, and then after Lille, they sold him to Milan. So I know Maignan from long time. I know him from the national team. I always appreciate him. Before even Mendy, if you go to my old videos in the channel, on the Green Turf channel, you will see that I made few videos about my candidate goalkeepers that I want to see, because I didn't want to see Arisa Balaga Kepa, and one of them was Maignan. Back then, people didn't know him that much, but because I watch the French league and I do watch alongs, I knew him from PSG Academy. So people just discovered him when he switched for Milan, but the guy been top since PSG and Lille. And like now, there is a goalkeeper that is doing very well, Chevalier, from France. So there are two of them right now, or three of them in the French league, right? Petrovic, Donnarumma, of course, and Chevalier. So, and Bruce Samba this season, he went a little bit down, but last season, what I'm talking about, last season, it's already last season. I'm talking about this season as if the season started already. Hey, the season finished like a week ago, man. See, I'm still confused in my head. I'm still thinking that we're still in the season. Come on. Anyway, so you got the point. You got the point. I will be confused about last season, this season, or the season prior to that. It's confusing, you know. It's just like in January, you tend to always mention, like January 2025, you will be talking more about like, hey, January 2024. But hey, bro, it's January, it's the other year. So you're still like stuck on the cycle. Anyways, the fan base said that we don't go for experience, but now we're going for experienced goalkeeper. Well, first of all, he's not signed yet. Just because you've been linked with somebody doesn't mean that you are signing him. The fan base, not everybody, don't generalize, because I'm one of the people that come here and tell you excuses about Chelsea don't have experience, a bunch of kids, we can't win, is I'm not going to finish that, but it's BS, because we still have a lot of experience. Tosin is almost 28 years old. Nkunku is 27 years old. James is 25 years old. Enzo Fernandes is 24 years old. All of them are already old, with families, with wife and kids. They've been there, done it. There is a lot of experience already in the team. Stop calling people babies. You are 24 years old, or 23 or 22. You are good enough. You are old enough, just like a man. So don't put me in the same bag, because I always think outside the box. Now we are signing another experience. We haven't signed him yet. And also for a goalkeeper, right? That is like the top age. That is your prime. That is just like you are 21, 22. You know, for a goalkeeper, that's the way it is. You know what they say? That's like animals, like if they are like 7 years old or 10 years old dog, and they say, oh, he's getting to his 70s. If he was a man, they are aging. Situation is like 80 years old or something. So that's the thing. I don't think the fan base, some of us, me, DJ, other people, we think outside the box a lot. You know, like we don't just get to because other people said something and we jumped to the bandwagon. I've been talking about it, about the experience. We don't sign experience. We don't have experience because we already have them. That's why you babying a bunch of 25, 24 years old and calling them baby. Man up, you a freaking man. Do your thing on the pitch. Don't come here and give stupid excuses about, oh no, he's still young. Young, 24 years old. Come on. All right. And they've been playing for more than 10 years or 5 years or whatever in a very, very top level. Why are we giving that excuse? Okay, Gamer again. I'm going to read a few more comments and go to DJ. Maignan and Estivao Santos Esugu, top quality addition to Chelsea so far. Yeah, that's true. We need to get a top centre-back next to play with Levi Cole. I agree with that because I want to bring that guy. I want to drive Fofana back to France. Bring him to the MLS. Send him to Saudi or whatever. I don't want to see that brother anymore. Nothing personal here. He is my own brother from my own country. I don't care if I'm from the same country as you. This is about Chelsea. You can't stay fit. We can't count on Fofana. It's over. Ship him out. ACL injury, broken leg, hamstring injury, surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery. That brother is not going to be good enough. He's going to give you a couple of good games here, and then other games are going to be average or bad, and then he's going to get injured. He doesn't trust his body anymore. Ship him out. I didn't even want Chelsea to sign him. I was one of the few idiots on social media that say, this guy got tons of injury. You see, like today, I put Maignan injury record on social media. It's not because I don't want him. I want him, but I want people to be aware of what kind of player we are getting, all right? And when you do something like this, people say, you have an agenda. You know nothing about football. Shut up, you clown. Wah. Hello, I didn't say anything. This is the truth. I am just presenting you fact. It's up to you to make your decision. All right? So don't insult people just because they think outside the box and they use a little bit of intellectual level to analyze things. Not everybody on social media supposed just to copy paste narrative and vibes and yeah, let's do this, let's do that, instead of thinking about, are we getting Joao Felix? What are we going to do with him because we have 10 players from his position? But for Chelsea fans, they're going to tell you, oh, he can play as a goalkeeper. You can put him as a left back. He's going to play. They bring so much stupidity in the package. And if you ask a serious question about, hello, we have Estevan William, right? We still have Nkunku, can't get a minute. We have Palmer. You start asking those questions, you are the problem. Why are you asking these questions? So Chelsea fans are specialists on when the problem is there, we start complaining and get out. But before that, it's all vibes about, oh, bring, oh, buy this, buy that. But we don't ask questions. It's a spend. After 2 months, oh, this guy is flop, get rid. That is a very Chelsea thing to do. Anyways, let's go. I'm going to read some of the comment after I talk to my brother, DJ. DJ, let's go. The floor is yours.
Big up, Orgs. What's going on, bro? Big up to everyone in the comments. How you all doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just checking on this transfer window this morning, and I saw Maignan to Chelsea. What is your take on that?
Shocked, to be honest with you, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Wasn't expecting that. I mean,
he wasn't.
We've
been talking out of the blue.
No, I'm happy because obviously we've been crying out for experienced players for a long time, and I think he's one of the best up there in terms of goalkeepers. As like you said, my only concern with him is his injury record. I don't think it's been that great, but we can't be fussy at the moment. He'll still even with a broken arm, he'll still do better than Sanchez.
That's harsh.
He'll still do better than Sanchez in the game.
He will be there, one arm and bang, bam. Yeah. You're breaking a little bit, bro. Your microphone is breaking. DJ, we can't hear you, brother. You are breaking. Oh, he's disconnected. DJ, fix your microphone. We want to hear from you. I'm still here. Disconnect yourself. Wait for a few seconds or few minutes and connect back because you were like up and down, and just disconnected for some reason. All right. So, Chelsea. Let me see. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me properly now?
I hear you like in the basement.
Can you lower that, please? Can you lower that? I know why, bro. Hold on.
Yes, I think we can hear you now.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, listen, as I said, for me, look, I would love to hear what Makeem and Blue Ice and good old People's Republic have to say on this, because I know they're so for Sanchez.
Mm.
There's a reason why they're going for a new goalkeeper, bro, because they can see how useless Sanchez is. That's why the people are starting to realise that we
Yeah,
need a proper goalkeeper. And the fact that we're going to the Champions League next season says everything you need to know of why we're doing this. And look, I've always, you know me, Orgs, right? I'm never one for these owners, but I have to give plaudits where plaudits due. Until obviously the deal's over the line, I'm still
mm.
going to continue to. But if they get this deal over the line, I will actually give them the thumbs up on this one, because
Mm.
he's an excellent signing for us. Yeah, and I think he'll come in and do really, really well. I think he's going to be better than Sanchez, especially especially for Champions League. What they might end up doing is knowing how Maresca works. They'll probably end up keeping him for the Champions League games and using probably Sanchez for the Premiership games if he still hangs up sticking around at Chelsea, which I think would be a mistake in itself. Because for me, you need to have Mike Maignan playing both Premiership and Champions League games. Yeah, obviously give Sanchez the cup games if he's going to stay on there. I'm hoping they sell him and we keep Petrovic, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think Petrovic is going to want to stay as the number two. Jorgensen looks like he's going to go as well. So it comes down to one, isn't it? Penders could be the one that might stick around.
He's like 19,
at
bro.
football
He's
club.
19 years old kid.
Yeah, but it looks like he might be the one out of all the goalkeepers that could stick around, especially if we end up selling the likes of Sanchez. Because I know there's interest in Gyokeres, sorry, from Gyokeres for Jorgensen. There's interest from him coming, I do believe, in Spain, isn't there?
Yeah, he's
To go
a very
to
good goalkeeper that can get a very good team. I think the
yeah,
exposure at Chelsea, him winning the Conference League, it's all good for his CV. I just don't
yeah,
understand why and what the point did we decide to, to loan out Petrovic and buy another goalkeeper for like 25 million. That is a lot of money to waste when you have a lot of goalkeepers already, and you know that he's
yeah,
coming to sit on the bench as a number two. Why can't you just
yeah,
use Petrovic and let him fight with Sanchez? But Sanchez got a lot of power. He's supported from the hierarchy, from the top bosses there. They don't want to get
yeah.
him out because Ben Robert is like a chief over there. He brought him from Brighton and all that, so he's like his son. So you see that
Yeah.
there's no
You see,
fairness. It's
Orgs, I think the model is changing slightly. When I say the model is changing slightly, I mean, if you notice at the signs that we're making, for example, we're talking about Delap, possibly Ekitike coming in. We're also
mm,
talking about obviously Gittens coming in. These men have all been been having the word from Joe Shields. I think Joe Shields is having the power on the transfers this time round over Winstanley and Stewart.
mm-hmm.
And that is why you're seeing the likes of Delap, as I said, possibly
Palmer,
now Palmer.
Gittens.
Now you're seeing. I also think he's looking at Mike Maignan as well as an option. I think you're seeing some of the tie now going to him now, because I said it all along. Yeah, I know people have their doubts about Joe Shields. I think he's a better. I reckon he can choose better players than the two idiot sporting directors we've got there currently at the moment. If
Yeah.
anything, I'd actually degrade these guys' jobs and put them somewhere else, or just get rid of them altogether.
Mm.
Yeah, because you don't need these guys at the football club anymore. If you're gonna get, if Joe Shields ends up getting these players in, because let's be real, he's the one that's going for the Ekitites as well. By the way, he's the one
Oh
that's
yeah.
looking at Gittens. He's the one that's going for all these players
Mm.
and picking them. Yeah. And because he sees obviously talent in all of them. Now, I know people are still saying, I mean, for me, look, listen, I said for me, I still think we need a proper number 9. Yeah. And I know people say we got Delap. For me, I will still look at the likes of a Kerkez, or I look at the likes of an Osimhen to come in there and finish off the remaining of that experience in that front line.
Mm.
But it does not look like we're going to go down that avenue. So for me, you got Ekitike coming in there possibly. Well, apparently the talks are quite down Ekitike, because apparently they can't come to some kind of a deal, can they, with him at the moment, because his price is too high. And I know
Mm.
they were trying to do the deal over 85. I do believe they're trying to spread out the payments, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
But whether that's going to be an option in the end that Frankfurt take, I don't know. But apparently they're asking for place in exchange now. Frankfurt are now.
Yeah,
We
we
got
have a
several
lot of
players there.
players though. We have a lot of players that they can take Datro Fofana. How about that?
Oh yeah, give him that Trifofana.
Take
Yeah,
Datro
give him that.
Fofana. Give them Kepa Arrizabalaga as a bonus.
Yeah.
Give them everything, bro. give
Yeah,
them Kelly Man. Remember, we invested Kelly Man 20 million last summer. Where is he?
Yeah.
You know,
So-
we have a lot of
Yeah.
for them. Give them. You know.
Yeah, give them a lot of them, mate. And they like to go. They like to build young. They like young as well, don't they? They like the young players as well. There.
Ugo Chuku also is there. They are looking for a midfielder. Ugo Chuku is a very good midfielder. Let's try to cook a deal and get that
loan option, bro.
Yeah.
Loan option, but they give them the young. But now listen, whatever happens on that one, mate. I mean, I really hope we do end up getting. First, let's go back to the goalkeeper, Maignan, because as I said, I do rate him as the goalkeeper. I mean, there are other options out there that I would look at as well. Obviously, Diogo Costa still remains my favourite, and it's not because of the Portuguese hat, by the way. It's because I think he's an excellent, world-class goalkeeper. He's young. He actually meets the right profile in terms of age. Which makes it even more surprising why they're not going for someone like him. But I think his price is a bit too high, and I don't think he's going to come in on 150,000 a week in wages. That's why that's why they're not going to bring someone like him in there. You got this. Is it Chevalier?
Chevalier. Yeah,
Chevalier from I do believe he plays for Lille. You got him there as well. I mean, I've heard Bulker has been mentioned again. Obviously, Trafford's been mentioned as another one. You know. I'd probably say out the three of them, my three were actually, as I said, my three were Diogo Costa first. Then I was actually saying Chevalier, and then I was saying Maignan as my third option, and Bulker as my fourth option. But you know, if we do get Maignan, I think he'll be an excellent signing, mate. And,
the problem is, I read something from Ben Jacobs and other Matlu. The opportunity is too good to pass. You know why? The guy is on his prime. Like, he's top of the top. He really suit Maresca ball to the teeth. Like, he's more balanced. He's not like, oh, you can play with your feet, but you can't save. Like Onana.
He can do both.
Yeah, he can do both. Like, even dribble pass, he takes a lot of risks. So he dribble pass people every single game. Like, if he was, because he used to be a midfielder, you know, a midfielder at PSG Youth Academy. They just transformed him to the goalkeeper before he moved to Lyon. So he feel like he need to be on the pitch and play, which is good.
He's over 6 foot as well, isn't he? He's over 6 foot as well, isn't he?
He's 6'3" or something. He's tall. He's big. He's not like Kepa Arrizabalaga. So he's balanced. You know, the level of distribution is like Edison, Alisson level. You know, of pinpointing those passes, like just assist. You know. And the opportunity is too great to pass because 1 year left on his contract. Milan
Seldo.
Yeah, Milan are not in the Champions League. They just sold Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal. They are in difficulty, like they are in some serious financial trouble. And we have very good relationship with Milan. We sent Ruben Ruben there, Olivier Giroud there, Pulisic, you know. You can go Tomori. We have very good relationship with them. We can cook a deal, send some players on loan there, and we're going to get it done because Maignan don't want to sign. They are offering him 4 million a season there. That is even Mark Guiu is on 6 million in Chelsea. At Chelsea, we give him 6.5 or 6 million. He's going to come to Chelsea. So it's a perfect opportunity that Chelsea are taking here. And I think it's worth it. You know, it's worth it.
Yeah. Would you take Leao from them as well?
Yeah, we can also cook Leao because Jadon Sancho, for money reason, he decided not to sign for Chelsea. It's not our fault. Everybody knows that I've been here promoting Sancho, supporting him. I said, we have to keep this guy. I still rate the guy. By the end of the day, our wage structure, we're not going to pay Sancho 350K a week. Come on.
But Leao's on about that at Milan now, isn't he?
How much money? 350?
Leao's on around about, is he got 300 something at Milan?
I don't know.
Now?
I don't think AC Milan can pay that kind of money, though. They don't have that money. It could be the highest salary around there could be like 200K or something. I don't know.
Which the to be fair, I mean, I'm not going to say the owners will go up to 200K for the right player. I mean, Leao, if he can come in on 200K a week, I mean, we can get this guy in, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not complain about him. I know he links to Gittens, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
listen, you know, for me, you want experience in that team. If we can go and get Maignan, and then you get Liao as get Liao in there as well, and send some of our other players on loan up there. I think that would be some excellent business. And then you obviously got Ekitike still to come in as well. If we can get a deal sorted there, I mean, what do you make of this one? Do you think that Ekitike deal is going to get done, or do you think, it's going to be, or do you think it's going to be too much money for him?
The problem with Frankfurt is they got top dollar to their players. No matter what, like they stick on their guns. You know, Mamouche. And you look at Kolomwani. When PSG came calling, they stuck on it and they got 80 million on him. And Hugo Ekitike got a high ceiling, but the money is too much, bro. I'm not paying more than 80 million on that. If it was like 60 or 50 million, or we can cook some kind of deal to give them some players, it's okay. But for 80 million, it's too much money. Even Isak didn't cost that money to Newcastle.
Yeah, I think that's where that's where they're going to come to, Orgs. I think they're going to come to that, as you're saying. I think they'll sort something out in that way. I think and the thing is, the player wants to come. That's the other thing. He wants to come, doesn't he? From his camp, he wants to come. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be some great business.
Yeah, Mr. Skylar in the building, brother.
Big up, Skylar. Big up, Herb. Big up, bro.
Yeah, big up. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
bro. Big up.
Yeah. I thought you couldn't hear me. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've been here, especially like after losing that Europa League final. I don't think I have been to any streams because I just couldn't be bothered, man. Because I wasn't as upset as some people were in our fan base that, oh my God, we have lost back-to-back European finals. But it was a bit as I said before, like I'm not going to celebrate even if we win because it was an awful season, and getting the Champions League through the Europa League, it was like just like putting a bandage on a big wound. And it is what it is. And I in a way I'm glad because now we can fully reset, because any delusions, if suppose we would have won and people would have think that we saved the season, so it's not like we need to spend a lot of money. There is absolutely no scope right now to do any of that. So it is good in a way, because people and the people, especially people running this club, they can realize how far we are. Although I don't think we are that bad. I mean, we are not 17th bad, but we are still bad. We are I'll say, like, at the moment it will be tough to even make a top 10. So we need to close that gap, especially with all these teams, like the teams like Forest and Brighton and Aston Villa. They have like leapfrogged us in just 2 seasons. So we need to close that gap first before we can even look to the likes of Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. So and keeping that in mind, I think we are making some decent moves. I am not even sure like if the transfer window is open or not, but to have 2 players, like at least one player is already done, and it looks like
Mbuemo is coming. He really is pushing hard. The problem now is Brentford want the same amount of money than you paid for Cunha.
Yeah, Cunha.
So it was 50 million. It was 50 million not long ago, but they are like, hey, listen, man, you just pay that kind of money to another player, you have to pay the same amount to our player too. So I think United are doing a good business. Bruno Fernandes apparently refused a lot of 700K a week. He's like, no, I'm staying here. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, first on the Mbuemo deal, I think, look, if Brentford are saying that, it is quite fair. I mean, in terms of like saying that statement that if Cunha, you paid that money, even though it was a release clause, you pay up the same money for us. The only problem with that is he's on 1-year deal. He's just got 1 year left, Mbuemo. To ask 60 million.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
that should be less, though.
Yeah, it was 50 million initially. Like the new, like the 50 million is the new 30 million, right? So you have to count inflation in mind. So 50 million, you could say even that's a bit expensive, but okay, fine. You could maybe do that. But 60 million, I do agree, it's a bit too much, despite them saying that you have paid 62.5 for Cunha. So give that same amount to us as well. So we'll see. But the the positive point for us is that like he wants to come. So it's not like there is another club involved in this deal. So maybe we can probably negotiate down that price. So that would be good, something like 55 with probably like add-ons or something. That will be a good deal. And coming to Bruno, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, man, because I wanted him gone. Because we
Why?
need to have, as I said, like for me, no one is unsellable. After finishing 7th, I don't care if you're Bruno, if you're anyone else, you should be on the shopping list, or the get out list. So yeah, if we could have sold him.
For me, I think it was gonna be a win-win situation. You get like 100 transfer fee. You can reinvest that money and get some more players. And then Bruno, you are going to buy your private jet, get money for generation. I don't know. Amorim played a big role on this one because he wanted him to stay. But I think
more than Amorim, I think it's his family. They didn't want to move to Saudi. I think that's the big point. I don't think he really cares too much about Amorim's opinion, because Amorim's anyways like almost like his love child. So I don't think that's I don't think that played a big part. It's his family, his wife. Like his wife didn't want to move everything to another country with a completely different culture.
Yeah, it's
and
the
Bruno,
kids,
he's
the
still
school
31.
for the kids, and all
yeah, it's very difficult. You have when you think family-wise. But the big problem for me is now he stays, but where he's going to play, because we've got Mbuemo and Cunha. They'll be occupying that 2 number 10 positions. I'm pretty much sure United are going to be targeting a number 9 because we couldn't get Delap over the line, and that was like a pet project, But anyways, Chelsea came and did their thing, and he chose you guys. So it is very curious for me because, as I said, we don't play with wingers; we play with 2 inside 10s. So those 2 positions are booked with Mbuemo and this guy Cunha. And Cunha is not going to play as a number 9. I'm pretty much sure. So Ahmad moves to right wing back if push comes to shove. So there's just 2 positions left. One is like a deep lying 6 or whatever you want to call an 8, which will probably be like a Casemiro. I think Casemiro will stay. I don't think anyone is coming in for him. And plus, he's done well towards the end of the season. So I think he will stay. We have Ugarte to play in that position. So who play? And then there's that one position left besides the Casemiro. And Bruno, I don't think he's good when he's playing like a deep lying 6 or 8, which is a big problem for us. So it is a very curious to see how Amorim will fit this in, because we have a balance problem in that 4 positions. He's not able to crack that code for me personally. He's playing so many players. He tries. We should not forget he has his favorite, another pet child in Mason Mount, who he's obsessed about. I don't know what he's got on this.
Yeah, I think Mason Mount is gonna surprise you next season. He's gonna be better, fitter. He wanna go back to the national team and play the World Cup. You will see the best out of this brother next season. Be patient. I know you've been struggling and you've been frustrated for buying stupid players for the last couple of years, but I'm telling you, your team is getting in shape right now. I think Amorim still got.
Is improving. If you see, like if Ahmad, even if Ahmad doesn't play, we've got Mason Mount on the bench, we've got Ahmad on the bench, we've got Xerxes on the bench.
Exactly. So get rid of that bum, Rasmus. Send him to Juventus or whatever. Next season, I think Amorim still got probably 2 or 3 key players next season. If he got them, get rid of Onana, my friend. I think he should be very, very good. Any news about the goalkeeper, or Onana wanna leave or no?
We have not been linked to any goalkeepers at the moment. I mean, we are linked with that one Serbian guy. He's like 6'7" or 8,
6'7"
from Torino.
Yeah, but let me give you one possibility. We have Kepa Arrizabalaga, World Class, a winner of the Champions League, my brother. And we have,
man, you're Orgs, man. You're so bad, bro. Honestly, mate, that is so bad.
Kepa has had a decent season at Bournemouth, isn't he?
You can also get Robert Sanchez on free. Okay, you buy Kepa Arrizabalaga for $1.
Is he coming back?
Yeah.
No, I think he's gonna be sold. I think he'll be sold.
Yes, but he's still. Everybody need to report back. That's what he's asking.
He will come back,
like everybody is gonna be back, but we are going to find a solution for that.
Signing Mike, that AC Milan keeper, right? Mike Maignan.
Mike Maignan is my own brother. And Aziz, are you still there? I saw you in the gym, sweating and working hard. Are you preparing a fight against Maresca in Atlanta or something? What's wrong with you? Why are you at the gym? I saw you
I
hitting
forgive
the
him, man.
bag. Boom, boom, boom. What's wrong? Yes.
I forgive him, man.
I-
I forgive him, man.
We can't hear you properly. The baby is sleeping or something? Aziz, we can't hear you, brother. He's still at the gym, though.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you
big
now.
up Aziz.
Yeah, I said I've forgiven them. So let me just get up from the gym. I'll pop online.
Okay, so
Oh.
this, I think you should disconnect and come back when you're done with the gym because we can't hear you. I'm sorry for that, but I'm still here for hours. Don't worry, man. I have time. I have time in my hands. Let me read a few comments and we're gonna go. Are you there, Aziz?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I said I just went to go work out. I
Okay.
haven't worked out for like in 3 days.
Yeah, I haven't done it for like a couple of weeks. So you're good. You are in good shape than me. What is your opinion about Maignan?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Jadon Sancho being shipped back to Manchester United?
Well, I'm happy with this Jadon Sancho deal because it's very ridiculous amount to pay 300,000 for a player that is not even a world-class player.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not going to sign to cut his deal down, it's free to go. Yeah, we're bringing in new players to compete in that position. I would have loved him to stay,
Mm-hmm.
but his money is ridiculous. 300,000 for what? For 5 goals?
That is a good point.
So you should go back to Man U. We're gonna give Man U 2 million. 2 million pounds.
5 million.
No. You remember Man U's owing us 3 million for Mr. Mandio.
Oh, the mess amount. Oh, so we can do a deal in that. Yeah, okay, I see. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, you owe us money, you take some money from the deal. Oh yeah, I see. It might happen that way because they owe us money and we owe them money. So yeah.
So like, I love the way the club is going, but the striker Ekitike, I'm tired of buying German players in the Premier League. I'm tired. We saw the like of Timo Werner,
Kai
Nkunku, Kai Havertz. This goes on. I'm tired of buying German players because one, Premier League is not going to give you space.
Okay.
To do what you know in German league, there's always space for the strikers to be the defenders. But Premier League, you're going to play a lot of low block teams. How is it going to perform? Secondly, I wanted a proven striker, Gyokeres or Osimhen. That was what I wanted. But it's what it is. If that's what the coach wants, we'll go for it. We will ride along. And the good thing about Ekitike is that he can drip to the left as well too. So I'm thinking the coach might use him and Delap at the same time in some games.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, that is a good point. But me, like I said, in this kind of deals, we have to keep an open mind because it doesn't depend only on Chelsea. Osimhen, that brother is going to get the money. Not only about the money, but he has nothing to prove in Europe. He won the Scudetto. He won trophies in Europe, and he deserves a lot of money. If you don't want to pay him money, he's going to get the money somewhere. So I don't blame him, but I also don't blame Chelsea for not breaking the bank to pay Sancho 350k a week or pay Osimhen 500k a week. I'm kind of...
Osimhen wanted 250, 300. 300, that's 10 million a year now. 250 is 300 is
after tax.
Yeah, after tax.
He's asking after tax because in UK you pay almost half of your money to the government. So what the heck are you gonna offer me 250 and I have to pay tax, and I have other people who are offering me 700k a week tax free. It's all my money in my pocket. You don't pay money in Saudi. The government take it off for everything because they are so rich. So, I mean, the choice is clear, bro. I don't blame Osimhen. I don't blame Chelsea also because we have to be... Look, Sterling still on 350, bro. I mean, get rid... I'm okay to pay, if you are top like Osimhen, 300k for me, pay him. But the problem is he wants that 300k a week after tax. You know, like you take care of the tax, you give me pure money because I don't want to deal with Uncle Sam and pay every penny to the thing. So I completely understand that. It is what it is. So Fabrizio Romano just gave more details here because he came this morning with exclusive Mike Maignan. He understands that contact have started already between Enzo Maresca or between Chelsea and Milan. Enzo Maresca is a big fan, so he appreciates the French goalkeeper and the option, yeah, because it fit basically what Fabrizio said here. It fit his tactical ideas. Like I said, I tweeted when I woke up this morning, this is a perfect guy for Maresca ball. Listen,
I understand. Sorry to cut you off. I understand that's the perfect guy. But do you know we have a gold and we are not utilizing? We have 2 golds and we are not utilizing. We have Petrovic, the best goalkeeper in the French league.
Yeah.
And we have the other guy. Is it Pendes or what's the other guy?
Fernandes, he's still a kid, 19 years old.
Good for Christ. That's why I said we have 2 rough gold. We just need to polish. Why don't you give Petrovic that chance? Why are you splashing money on unwanted this thing? Petrovic can't do as worse as Sanchez. You're talking about
the coach don't like him. The coach don't like Petrovic for some reason. That's why we say there is always favoritism when it comes to this kind of stuff. It has nothing to do with your quality. Everybody knows that you are quality, but because the manager is good with the other guy, you are on the bench. So it's not fair what they're doing to Petrovic. But I tell you, because Maignan is in another level of distribution, dribbling, shot stopping. I think this guy is the real deal. Beside the injuries, because I'm a little bit worried about his injury. For a goalkeeper to have so many injuries, it worries me a little bit. But the injuries got better this past season. He was out for 8 days and 11 days only. But the season previous to that, he was out like for 129 days out, 45 days out, 100 days out. He had a lot of injuries, but now I think he's more stable. And I don't mind. 1 year contract left. He's going to be very cheap. We have very good relationship with AC Milan. We are in the Champions League. Milan are not. They want money. So this is an opportunity not to pass, bro. 29 years old, also experience, okay? French international. He also captain France sometimes when Mbappe is not there. The vice captain of France. He's going to be the captain very soon. So, bro, this guy, you have to keep an open mind. Mr. SK, my brother, let's go.
How's everyone doing?
Yes, sir. We are here.
Big up, mate. Big up.
Big up.
I think this is the first time. Is this the first time I've seen y'all since
me?
The league final?
Who?
Since the Conference League final.
Yeah, this is the first time that you come here since the final. Yeah.
Okay, so no, shout out to
so
the
you
squad
have a
for
lot
that.
of stuff to catch up, huh?
No, I know.
Yes.
But on the Maignan thing, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna act like I've watched too much Milan this year. So I've been kind of surfing through Reddit. I went on the AC Milan's Reddit, so I was asking some of the fans how he's been this year. So I'm still waiting for them to give me a response because I haven't watched much of him. I mean, I have a friend that's a big Milan fan, and he told me he's been really good this year. And my friend, he's a guy that I do his football opinion I hold in high regard. So hopefully that's a good sign. I mean, just kind of looking in terms of like the actual price, right? Like I think 29 years old for a goalkeeper is like not
his
old.
prime. That is just the beginning.
Yeah. So you look at that. Yeah, he only has a year left. He's not actually, his wages are actually not even that much to begin with. So, and like you said, Milan aren't going to be in any Europe at all this year. So they're not going to be negotiating from like a position of strength like at all. So I think if Chelsea can get him anywhere between like 35 to 25, like somewhere in that range, I think it's a good transfer.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna act like I've watched too much of him to know how good he's been this year. So I'll love my judgment on that. But
yeah, I know him. I watch every single French national team game, and I've been watching this guy since PSG academy. He was given few games in the first team, and then when he moved to Lille, also before even we went for Mendy, and when Kepa Arrizabalaga was making those horrible mistakes, I made a video back then saying that, giving the list of goalkeepers, I say, hey, check out this guy, Maignan from PSG Academy. He switched for Lille now. He's absolutely amazing in the French league. And back then, you know how it goes. Oh, the Farmers League, it's nothing, it's nothing. I've been watching, I'm very impressed with his distribution from the back. But he takes a lot of risks, though. A lot of risks from the back. Like, he want to dribble everybody. So if you try that stupidity, try to dribble Haaland, good luck. Try to dribble Mo Salah, good luck. So I think if Maresca goes, I sit with him and say, listen, big man, this is the Premier League, okay? Try not to give us hard attack here. You have to dribble when you feel more confident, but you're going to be caught and you're going to consider a stupid goal and you're going to become a meme. Remember when Amendi tried to do the tiki-taki from the back? You know what happened. Try to dribble at Leeds United, bam. I don't know what he was trying to do. And then Benzema and some other issues. But this guy used to be a midfielder, actually, at PSG Academy. And then they changed him to the goalkeeper, and the rest is history. So he feels more like a midfielder, a non-field player than being a goalkeeper. But he's not like Onana, because Onana is like, he doesn't want to touch the ball with his hand. He thinks he's an on-field player, and he's allergic to saving because he thinks it's gonna be a penalty or something, because in his mind is like, I can't touch the ball with my hands. But anyways, that's a stupid
Hey,
theory.
one question.
Yes, sir.
One question. Mr. Skylar, if you have the option in choosing Onana or Sanchez, who will you pick?
Robert Sanchez.
Yes.
No, I'm asking. I mean,
Yes.
you said
Yeah,
Sanchez.
Robert Sanchez. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
I'm
Onana.
picking Sanchez. At least Sanchez, he's like 6'5", right? At least he
Yeah,
covers
he's
the
tall.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he at least comes for the crosses. He's not best with the ball, but neither. I mean, you might think Onana is good with the ball, but the way we are playing at the moment, he's not too useful. His attributes are not too useful at the moment. So yeah, he's okay with the ball. I wouldn't say like everyone got gassed up in that final like 2 years ago. He was spreading the ball from here and there, but yeah, he's not that good, man. But yeah, as he mentioned, like he's got some kind of a phobia when it comes to handling the ball with his just in general. I will never ever forget the game against Bayern Munich. I mean, it was away. We somehow managed to. I think we lost like 5-3, but we could have we were drawing. Like it was like 40 minutes and it was 0-0. And this guy decided to do some ridiculous thing and passed the ball to Muller, and then it was 0-0. So yeah, I'll never forgive him for that. But yeah, I mean, it's not like it's like not much of a competition with Sanchez either. I've watched a couple of games with Sanchez, but at least he's big, So yeah, I'll take him, man.
Yeah. So there you have it. I think even me, I would choose Sanchez over Onana. Sanchez, I think he been playing under a lot of fear because the manager said if you don't pass short, if you kick long, you're in trouble. If you do this, you're in trouble. So he been, part of the reasons why he been poor is because he tried to force those passes, and he's horrible passing the ball. But if you keep,
But Mr. Host,
I think Sanchez has been good for like the last month.
What is
that? I think Sanchez has been good for like.
Yeah. But you see, he's mixing up. I think Maresca just abandoned his tiki-taka and say sometimes you have to kick it. Like probably they are allowed now to use common sense, because when you pass the ball to Caicedo, who is surrounded by 3 other players, you're going to put him under pressure. He's going to commit a foul, or he's going to get dispossessed. Those are the kind of balls that he was like. He always choose where it's crowded. So in his mind, I don't know what was going on, But sometimes when you are under pressure like that, just kick it long, keep it simple. I think he started using common sense the last few games, just like many Chelsea.
Sorry to cut you up. Sorry to cut.
Yes, sir. You are breaking. Are you driving? Don't drive. Don't drive. Don't drive and talk. We can't hear you, Mr. Aziz. Dan, the man. Cincinnati, Ohio. Come on.
Yeah,
My
I live in
brother, what's going
Dayton,
on?
but thanks. Man, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. But I live in Dayton, not Cincinnati, so
Oh,
yeah.
Dayton. Oh, Dayton. Oh, they have a very good race there. I've been there in one of the races. Because yeah, I'm not gonna get to the details, but I've been in Dayton's because yeah, very, very good city, small city compared to
Yeah.
Cincinnati, but very good, very clean. We spent like 3 days over there. So yeah, I like your town, bro. I've been there. It was like 7 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
But yeah, man, today, freedom lost, bro. I don't feel free today, bro.
What to say?
I don't feel free today, man.
Why?
Sancho's gone. Our freedom fighter has left.
Oh, Jadon Sancho?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to keep him. Like I said, everybody knows about it, but he didn't want to take the pay cut, so we're not gonna pay him 300K a week. So
Fair enough.
yeah, fair enough. It's good, you know. It's not like Chelsea rejected him, which makes me feel better, good. Like, hey, Chelsea tried. They offered you something at least, but we didn't agree on fee. So you go find somewhere where you can get your money. Who would you like to replace Sancho with at Chelsea? Gittens, Nico Williams, Rodrygo, and who else we've been linked with? Joao. What is your choice?
I think that's a very easy answer. Rodrygo.
Rodrygo from Manchester. Oh, from Real Madrid, right? Yeah, he's from Madrid. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Rodrygo. Yeah, Rodrygo is I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him really because the way we play at Chelsea looks like the manager doesn't like somebody who is in one position only. He wants you to be Swiss Army, play from whatever position he asks you to play. But one of the reasons why Rodrygo is leaving Real Madrid is because he wanna play as a left winger. I can't even speak, man. I need some coffee or something. What's going on? I haven't even had my cereal yet. What? Yes, DJ.
He's signing a new contract, by the way, at Real Madrid.
He signed a new contract?
Signing a new contract.
Really? Oh.
He's signing a new contract, yeah.
He's signing a new contract. That's over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's signing a new contract.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think it was reported. I think from their own media. I think it was. Is it Mark? I think.
La Marca?
Yeah, they're saying he's signing a new contract, and apparently Alonso. Yeah, and Alonso.
Mate.
You are breaking a little bit, bro. You're breaking a little bit. Your mic. Yeah, Alonso want to keep him, so he's signing a new contract.
Alonso wants him to stay.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
That's fair enough. So let me, guys, read some of the news here. It looks like Inzaghi is getting closer and closer to joining Al Hilal in Saudi. Kelleher from Liverpool is joining Brentford because Brentford just sold their goalkeeper. So Kelleher there. Maignan, we already talked about Mike Maignan for a little while. Nothing to update you here about. Bruno Fernandes rejected the contract to go to Saudi and get 700K a week. So that is a loyal guy there. He want to stay at Manchester United. Tottenham Hotspurs will demand 60 million for Cristiano Romero if somebody want to buy him. Inter are thinking about getting Diego Simeone as their new manager. I don't think he's gonna leave Atletico though. He's very, very good over there, and PSG are trying to sell Gonzalo Ramos and also Kingan Lee. So he's a very, very good player, but can't get playing time now. But I think anybody that will sign Gonzalo Ramos is going to have a very good player there. I read him since when he was back at his country, Portugal. I don't know what happened at PSG. He had some injury situation, but looks like the manager don't trust him a lot because PSG plays with no striker, Dembele as a false nine or stuff. So somebody is gonna get a very good deal from PSG. They are trying to sell Kolomwani. They are trying also to sell Gonzalo Ramos and Kingan Lee, the South Korean brother. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Anybody with a breaking news or anybody with something to say as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the show? Can you hear me, people? Guys? No?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, when are we going to announce Liam Delap? Let me double check if Liam Delap is there. Rayan Cherki rejected Liverpool to join Manchester City. Everything is everything is going good at the moment, and it looks like Manchester City are doing madness. Imagine Cherki from one side, Doku from the other one, and Mamouche behind the striker. That is going to be very deadly, huh?
Yeah.
Deadly combination for Cherki. Cherki, if he can fix his attitude, that's it. Attitude is the problem. Because he is a bad boy, I'm telling you right now.
That's a very un-Pep Guardiola-like player, Ryan Cherki. Because if you look at Pep, like he likes every player to be under his control. Like, look at what he has done to Grealish. Like Grealish, like he was playing at Aston Villa, but he was one of my favorite players in the league. Like he was given the freedom of the pitch, but at Man City you have to play
a certain way. Yeah, Pep Guardiola's way or no way.
Yeah, Cherki is like when we played against Lyon, both the legs, like he was like their talisman. He was everywhere on the pitch. Like he didn't have a fixed position.
Yeah,
and that's not going to wash
Pep
at Man
Guardiola
City.
is gonna put him in a system, in a little corner. Yeah, exactly. Do this and that. You don't do it. He doesn't care about how much money he paid you. He paid.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe they want to replace De Bruyne with Cherki. I don't know. They're not like similar players, but maybe he could have that freedom because at City only he had the freedom. Like De Bruyne, he could do whatever he wanted because he had players, doing. I mean, they are linked with Reinders as well. He's another very good player. But
Reinders, Tijani Reinders.
He's an excellent player. But I'm a bit confused. Like, then why did they spend all that money on Nico Gonzalez? Because they're a bit like similar kind of players, But Man City, like, they don't really care about, putting 60, 70, 80 million players on the bench. That's how they win leagues.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Every team now rebuilding. Manchester City are going to get better. Liverpool better. Manchester United also. Who knows? They might surprise many people. Chelsea are building. Arsenal now, they always say next season is our season, right? Arteta say get excited. I got goosebumps, and next season is going to be the season. But unfortunately, they didn't take advantage of this season that was very, very weak Premier League edition ever, because everybody expected after Manchester City collapse that Arsenal naturally are going to take the reign. They didn't win it, so I think next season is going to be more complicated. Arsenal, you might have to wait for more years.
I got a very interesting question, and maybe you guys can come in. Because, I mean, Chelsea are going for Ekitike, right? Like, that's your primary target after Delap, and he's going to cost upwards of 70, let's say, right? Barcelona have said, Barcelona don't need a striker at the moment away from Europe. Arsenal, you're looking at Sesko. City don't need a striker. Maybe Liverpool, but how come no one has put a single bid in for Gyokeres at the moment? Because many teams do need a striker, but they seem to be looking for not him. He's like
Very good question. Very good question. Anybody want to answer to that? DJ and SK?
Yeah. I've got one on that one. Can you hear me first of all?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Sorry, Mike. I don't know if you guys heard all the news. I don't know. I think it was the what show was it on? I heard it on. Apparently, a deal had been agreed for Gyokeres on a 5-year contract, and the club's in England, but they're not revealing what club it is.
5-year contract.
Now people are saying, is it Arsenal? It could be Arsenal. A 5-year contract signed already. Agreement terms already been done with an English club because he's going to be playing in England, but they're not sure what club it is. Now it can't be Newcastle because obviously they've got Isak. It certainly cannot be. Let's see. It can't be Chelsea because obviously we're going all out for Ekitike. That could be a smokescreen, and we can get Gyokeres, maybe, right? Then you look at the other clubs. Arsenal, apparently they're going for Benjamin Sesko. Okay, then you're looking at the two other clubs that could be the danger clubs. And I know Skylar's going to be a bit. Don't rule out Manchester United for Gyokeres, bro. And I also don't rule out Liverpool either.
Yeah, because somehow
don't rule out any of those two clubs, man.
I mean, I would have been a bit optimistic if we would have sold Bruno and we would have had money. But
if you sold Bruno, it was going to make more sense. Yeah, but Bruno is staying.
Yeah, and Barcelona, I heard that Deco, he had rejected that Lewandowski is our main striker, so they are not going to invest a striker in. Bayern have Kane, and so I'm just curious, like who is going to get him?
But apparently, but the other thing, what I'll say is apparently coming out of Madrid today, their owners.
It's
come out and said today.
You are breaking a little
Club
bit.
World Cup.
DJ, you keep on breaking like on and off, on and off, on and off. DJ, we can't hear you. Okay, I'm gonna take DJ off because we can't hear him. So, DJ, disconnect yourself and come back. Mr. SK, what do you think? Why this guy is not signing a contract with a big team?
He was talking about Real Madrid, right? I mean, maybe they can, if they let go of Rodrygo, and they might, they've got like 3 left wingers or like 3 wingers, Mbappe and Vinicius and Rodrygo. So if Rodrygo goes, maybe they might go in for a centre forward. Right now, they seems to be obsessed with boosting the defense. They got this guy Hoyson and Trent. So yeah, maybe, and he mentioned about
Real Madrid really don't need the profile of Gyokeres. Let's be honest. They are looking for a target man to play with Mbappe because Mbappe plays good with another striker in front, a tall, powerful one. This Gyokeres guy, he's a flair kind of a striker that can drop and can do some other stuff. But I don't think he's really the profile that Real got. If they're gonna keep Rodrygo, because Rodrygo sometimes can play behind the striker as a number 10, from the right hand side as a winger. But he was saying that he's tired of playing from the right winger and other positions. He's not playing from his natural position, so he needed a team where he can play from his natural position. But now that Alonso wanna keep him, if you bring another flair player like Gyokeres, probably it's not gonna work out. And I don't know if people are afraid of what happened to, what happened often with strikers from Portugal. Darwin Núñez, the next Haaland or better than Haaland. Look at him today. Gonzalo Ramos been struggling in the French league, but it's also part of the coach don't really trust you a lot, so that is another case. So I don't know if people are just looking at it. Andres Silva also, I think he came from Portugal. Like they're gonna even Luka Jovic before he went to Germany, he was in Portugal, and then the way went to Germany, went to Real Madrid. The rest is history. I think, yeah, people are being careful. And the release clause is like 65 million. I mean, by now, surely somebody would have, would have taken him already. But that is a very good question.
We can go to Liverpool as well, because they are looking to sell Nunes off, and they'll be getting some decent money from winning the Premier League as well. Not from the Premier League, from selling their players. Like they have got a couple of good players to sell, like Harvey Elliott on all these guys. They've made like a 10 million free for Madrid after they gave him for playing in the Club World Cup. I think Liverpool could be another possibility, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Chelsea with all their...
Liverpool are going to spend more than 100 million on Vince. They still have Salah there. They still have some flair players, and if they sell also,
Luis Diaz could leave as well.
Luis Diaz is leaving, so yeah, makes sense. But yeah, who knows?
Why are you guys looking at two like young strikers? I'm a bit confused. I thought Chelsea would like go all out for Gyokeres. I mean, Ekitike, I don't know. I have not watched him too much, but you already got a developing striker in Delap. You would like to get another senior forward, right? And it's a bit confusing with what Chelsea are trying to do. But yeah, you guys have doing this since I think Boli has come in. Anyone who is young and you buy them cheap, and even if they flop, you can sell them for profit.
Yeah.
That's
what they're doing.
To be your model.
Yeah, I would have preferred to have Osimhen, the profile of Osimhen. I'm not going to please many people here, but I kind of appreciate Sesko because of the profile. I'm an old school. I'm used to Didier Drogba, Anelka, Van Nistelrooy, people who can hold the ball up in front, like proper old school kind of. That's my thing, but the manager knows what he's looking for, and he's going to get his players. And the most important is they score goals. I want somebody to be dominant. The presence in the box. Score with your head. Score different type of goals. But, yeah. It is what it is. Mr. Mabast05 said that Coachella doesn't want Osimhen at Chelsea. Well, it is what it is. We all have choices, right? Like me, I'm not a big fan of Gyokeres. It's going to surprise many people. Are you crazy? This guy scored 100 goals last season. It's okay, but for me, I have my profile. I have the type of players that I like. It doesn't mean that I don't want you at Chelsea, but my preference is going to be old school target man, But if Coachella don't want Osimhen, he got his reasons. So we have just to respect that. DJ in the building, are you back, bro?
Yeah, bro, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, no, listen, Skylar made some valid points there regarding why we're going for these younger players. Listen, I said the same thing to you as well. I've been going for a long time. I've been talking about Osimhen to you. I've been going on about Gyokeres to you as well for a long time. But I actually thought they would change a little bit after we qualified for the Champions League. I thought they were going to go all out now. Bearing in mind we got there now, you want to get players that are going to play in the Prem, and you're also going to get players that are going to obviously experienced enough to play in the Champions League as well. So this is why I'm a bit surprised on this whole scenario of why we're not going for an Osimhen. Now people go on about his wages all they like, right? Okay, but this guy has proved to everybody that when the owners come out and say you want to come to Chelsea, prove yourself, take a low cut wage, come and prove yourself and scores the goals that we want you to, come and prove yourself. Why does the guy need to prove himself? If they've actually watched his profile, they'll know this guy has smashed goals for the past 3 seasons, mate, including at Galatasaray. He had an excellent season there as well. And they're asking him to come and prove himself at Chelsea. I mean, what are they actually doing here? I mean, this is why I keep saying about who makes these decisions sometimes on it. I mean, everyone knows he's exactly the profile player that we need there, right? And people got, I know Skylar was going about Delap. Look, Delap for me, I think Delap will obviously play. Even if we had Osimhen there, he would still play games, and that's only because if you look at the competitions we're going to be in next season, that's going to be enough games to go around for that whole team.
Yeah,
whoever comes in there, enough games. right? And I think this is one of the reasons why I felt why a bigger profile name like Osimhen would have been ideal for this squad. But they seem to want to go down this avenue. And I think what people are going to say now is, well, they're copying now and saying, well, the excuse they're coming back will be, well, look what PSG done. They won that game with all youngsters. But if you notice, they actually had experience in that team as well. I mean, you know, let's be real here. I mean, Marquinhos, experience. Yeah. You look at him, you know, obviously, the goalkeeper has been around for quite some time now. It's about how young he is. But Donnarumma's been around for quite some time. Then you also look at Vitinha, another one who's been around for quite some time and doing it. So they have got the experience in there. But what they've gone and done is they've brought the youngsters in there, and those youngsters have worked out. Whereas at Chelsea, we've just been with all young players, and that's why the project's slightly different. But obviously, now that we've won we've got into the Champions League now. You know, you would think now you would hope on the players will kick on for next season. And again, Ekitike, I can see why they're doing the Ekitike deal, because they're probably looking at him and thinking, you know, he could go on to be. I mean, if you think about it, this guy was being. I don't know if you remember when he first came out, or you know this more than I do. When Newcastle first looked at this kid when he was playing his first club, he was being like to Mbappe, wasn't he? He even looked like Mbappe in some of his pictures.
Yeah.
Right. And people were saying the next Mbappe, he's got Mbappe Thierry Henry in him. That's how they were giving him that much high ceiling because of what he was doing. Obviously, he's not proved that to be, because obviously PSG got rid of him. But I've seen him for Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. He's not done back pretty badly. I mean, look, the only thing I'll say is he can obviously improve on his finishing. But what he does have over Jackson is his heading ability of scoring goals, which Jackson does not have.
Yeah.
That's the only one thing I'll say about him. But I reckon he can come in and do a good job for us. But look, for me, Osimhen has got to be the guy. I mean, if the guy's not got a club, you go and get Victor Osimhen all out and get him. But I just don't see them going and doing that. I really don't. You know, that's what the annoying thing of all is.
Yeah. So it looks like money from Saudi is gonna be too big for this brother to reject. So yeah, it is what it is. Even in Ekitike, I always leave an open mind, because you never know. Probably the guy that you don't really like is the guy that will fit the system perfectly and start scoring goals at Chelsea. So that's been always my thinking. Like, hey, I don't make decisions. If they make a decision, it need to work. So okay, Mr. Mabast said that Osimhen want the bag. He doesn't care about Chelsea badge. Okay, that is your opinion.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, the badge at the end of the day. And Mabast also said that he doesn't want Ekitike because he's just another Nicholas Jackson. I respect your opinion. I still think that he's a good player. He can improve. Osimhen and Jackson, two of our African strikers to go to the AFCON in December, January. Oh, that is a very good point. If you got Osimhen and you got Jackson, all of them, December, January, they're going to be in the AFCON. So you need somebody else in the team. Oh, yeah. That is a good point. I haven't really thought about what is going to happen in December. But
well, we got Delap. We got Delap.
Yeah, we have the lot.
Oh, yeah. Delap. Okay. Yeah.
My question, to be honest with you, is that Jackson needs to go. He has done what he can do at Chelsea. He needs to go. Jackson is now a Chelsea level. And I don't know if this board is ambitious enough, or maybe they just think top 4 is just a trophy. You get what I'm saying?
That is
if you are,
yeah.
The Arsenal mentality.
The mentality is.
Oh man. God.
Their mentality is not a mentality of I want to win. Look at Man City. Let's make Man City. To us, we'd say Man City had a good season. But to Pep Guardiola, I had a horrible season. And you know what the board of Man City did? They changed all Pep Guardiola staff. Who did they go bring? Klopp's assistants. Young people with fresh ideas to help Guardiola to retain the title. Look at Liverpool. They want to retain the title. But look at us. We struggle to make top 4. Instead of us improving on players to sign. Bring big names. Bring big names. Osimhen has done it everywhere. I don't know why every top 4, top 5 teams in the Premier League are not looking at Osimhen. I just don't know why.
Probably because
What are
of
you talking
his
about?
demand, money, for example. Money.
Excuse me, how much is Man you paying Messi Mount? When you are paying Messi Mount almost 300,000, how much are they paying Jadon Sancho? 300K.
They are trying to get away from that wage
No, I'm
structure.
just giving
They're
you.
trying to put it down. That's why they can't add somebody else with high wage.
Okay, what Chelsea can compromise with Osimhen, sell Sterling, take him out of the books. Sell Nkuku, take him out of the books. All these players we don't need. Nkuku, Sterling, sell them. Nkuku is earning almost 200K, doing shit. Take him out of the book.
Yeah.
Add those together, you get Osimhen's money. And this guy will, I promise you, he will bang you 19 goals.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a 20
Do you want to tell me all those balls that Skopama is crossing that we don't have? The only person that can head the ball is Enzo Fernandes or Cucurella. Tell me when you have a Cucurella in there and Osimhen in the box 18. Tell me those goals will enter. You know how Osimhen is going. You know how tall Osimhen is. How he's going to bully those players.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very good in air. He's gonna bully everybody. I agree with
And
you.
let me bust your bubble. Osimhen can play the older play. Like, okay, I'm going to bring in other players in to make other players score. That would have been the easiest player for Kopama to play with because he's going to hold up for Kopama. He's strong, he's fast, he's fit, he's skillful.
Yeah.
Tell me you have Osimhen, Quenda, all these players. You want to tell me Osimhen is not going to score 20 goals? Jackson missed 20 chances last season. Only Jackson 20. And he scored 10. Imagine you gave Osimhen all those chances.
Yeah, he was going to score a lot of goals. That's without any doubt. Yeah.
I've been saying this even before Osimhen demanded that big wages. I've been saying it. Sign this brother. Look for a way to compromise and sign this brother. But nobody was listening. Everybody said, I remember Mr. O said he wanted Boniface. Other players said, I said either sign Osimhen or Isak. You denied, you said you don't want Isak at Chelsea. And now you all can see what Isak is doing.
Well, I think I said something more than just I don't want. I always give like context behind.
No, you said because of his injury record. I said remove injury record. Yeah, I remember. I said remove injury record. This brother is good. Because at Chelsea, he's not going to do too much. Because he will have players giving him ball on the plate. If you had a Isak or Osimhen in that team, and that time Isak was only 50 million. You want to tell me you could have splashed that money to get Isak when he was at Newcastle?
Well, Newcastle didn't even buy him for 50 million. I think they spent 65 million. When he was at Sociedad, probably. And that's why I always think outside the box because 2-3 years ago, Isak wasn't the Isak of today. When he was at Dortmund, when he went to Spain, he was just a good player in a certain level with some quality. And Eddie Howe managed to develop him to that level. Ekitike, that nobody want him now. Newcastle wanted him before Isak. Back then he was playing for Reims, and he decided to go to PSG because of Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi influence. He went there just to shine their boot. He barely played any game over there. And then sold to Germany. I still remember making a video back then saying Chelsea need to go for this kid at Reims. He was there like 10 million or so. I'm like, buy him, loan him out. He's very good. So my hope is that he's gonna be our Isak, if we buy him, because he got everything. He got the size, the power, the dribble, the mentality. Now you just need to polish him, just so he can get to the next level. But the price, I don't pay that kind of price for Ekitike, man. I don't pay 80 million for him. 60, 50 million. I can take it, but more than that, goodbye. But don't be surprised if he joined Liverpool. Save this. Clip this. Whatever team is going to sign Ekitike in 1 or 2 years from now, we're going to come back here and say, why we missed out on this opportunity. He is good. He's really good. But he doesn't have a shiny name at this moment. But remember the name. People will start talking about him just like we are talking about Isak right now.
I really think I'll be honest with you, because I think we will get that deal done for him. I think they're still. I think they're going to get the deal done for him. I think the reason why I'm saying they're going to go all out for Ekitike is I think they've already established him. There's already been talks. Apparently, a verbal agreement's been agreed with him. With their
that's
camp.
what I heard.
So if a verbal agreement's already been agreed with him, then it's just a matter of just smashing out the thing. Now, I think Chelsea has said that they're trying to get him on an 80 million. I think they said they're happy to pay up to that, but they want to do it on over a certain. I think it's overpayment terms. I think over certain years. So I think, but they're not going to pay it all in one go. That's what they're basically saying. They're not going to pay it all in one go. But what Rems is saying, what do you call it? Is saying Frankfurt is they want to have some plays in the deal. Now, I don't know what kind of. I think we're supposed to be. Are we not signing a winger from Strasbourg, who's supposed to be a very good player, and apparently they want him to go down there as part of the deal. And I think he's supposed. I think he's
a
supposed
winger
to come to
or a mega, because a mega is the guy. He's a striker.
Is it a mega? That's
so
the
they
one.
want a mega. Oh yeah, that's
they want a mega. They want him as well as obviously and obviously for us to cut the deal down. But Chelsea don't want to do that. They've got him in Omega. They want to keep him there at Strasbourg, so they're going to try and do the deal another way. So I think we're still going to end up getting him, but it might just go one of those ones that won't happen before this transfer window closes, but it'll probably happen in the next when the new transfer window opens. I do believe after this one. So don't be even the goalkeeper. Maignan, I think it's going to happen in the other transfer, not this transfer window, because I do believe they want to see all 4 goalkeepers in this World Club tournament. I think so. All 4 are going to this tournament, and they're going to decide who's going to stay and who's going to go, who they're going to keep and who they're going to get rid of. But they're still obviously looking at another goalkeeper. So, yeah, I still think it could happen for him. I don't think they're going to go and push this far and then all of a sudden pull out of the deal. I think it's just got to come to some kind of ground with a player, with the club and Chelsea come to obviously. A balancing act, if you like, if you want to call it that, a balance. Yeah, they can get this deal over the line. But I think he'll become a Chelsea player, I think.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Mr. SK, do you have anything to say before we leave, brother?
No, so I had to go take care of something. What was the topic now?
No, I'm trying to say goodbye. So
okay.
Do you have anything planned or anything?
Not at the moment. I do need to get on that. I've been trying to figure out if I should spend the summer just talking about transfers or doing some more of what I was doing before, where I was talking about different old players.
Yeah.
Because the off seasons. Oh yeah, the off season was kind of weird because you have the news, but there's no game going on, so it's am I just gonna
in 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, we're gonna have the Club World Cup, and also this week we have national teams games, so it's always some content to talk about. But yeah, do what you think is best for you, and appreciate that. So thank you so much, my brother, for helping, and come back next time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Dan, say goodbye to people, my brother.
Yeah. So earlier I mentioned. We talked about Chelsea needing a left winger, but I forgot one person to add.
Who?
Myself.
Yeah, good luck. I'm your agent, bro. Let's go grab the bag. Yeah, yourself. A very good winger.
All right. I'll see you guys later, though.
Thank you so much.
Big up to you, bro.
Big up Dan. Dan the man. DJ, close the shop. We are out here.
Yeah, bro. Excellent as always having me on your streams, mate. It's always great being here. Everyone in the comments, smash to subscribe to the channel as always. I'm not sure if you're airing this on X at all, Orgs. If they are, hope everyone is watching you from X as well. Hope everyone's smashing the likes there as well as subscribing.
Thank
And
you.
it's always a pleasure being on here. I think we will end up getting Ekitike, and I think we'll end up getting Maignan and also Gittens. Next 3 signings is who the 2 centre backs are going to be. Are the ones that are going to be the interesting ones, which I think we're going to get 2 of them. But I don't know who they're going to be. But as always, Orcs,
Yes.
pleasure chatting footy with you as always, bro. And regards to the family, and
Thank
I'll catch up with you soon again.
You too,
All right,
man.
bruv. Take
When
care
are you
of
going
yourself.
back to UK? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow, but we're
Okay.
gonna we're leaving here 8:30. 8:30. So it's 8:30 p.m. here. We're leaving, but it's gonna be 6:30 p.m. It'll be 6:30 there. So by the time we do get back home, it's probably gonna
Are
be
you
after.
flying or are you driving?
We're flying, bro. We're flying from
Okay.
Romania. We're flying.
Good.
So we're gonna be flying. Yeah. So we're
Have
back
a
in the
safe
UK
flight.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Cheers, bruv. Take care of
Cheers.
yourself.
Take care.
Peace out, bruv. Take
Bye.
care. Bye bye. Bye bye.
All right. So that was my brothers helping the show. So next time, if you see us, come say hi. It's free of charge. Oh wait, I'm banning myself from the thing. All right. So when you see us next time, you come and talk to us. Armando Broja, yeah. Armando Broja will be perfect for Ajax or PSV. Yeah, he can leave now. I feel sorry because he was very, very good at some point. The only issue is the ACL injury that he got. And since then, he's not the same, Armando Broja. So injury kind of destroyed his Chelsea career. All right. Maignan will be interested in moving to Chelsea according to Nizer Kinsella. Sky Sport say that Maignan, we believe there is a very, very good chance that Chelsea are going to get him, according to Sky Sport. Mike Penders. Yeah, they say that he's not ready yet because of his age to play in the Premier League. Okay. Yeah, same old stuff that we already discussed in the show. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I will see you next time.